Hi Taurus, this is your August horoscope. Thanks for joining me. Please support me by subscribing to the channel. I'll be ever so grateful. In August, you'll notice in the beginning that the focus for you is on feelings, especially how you communicate with friends and family. On the 2nd of August, the new moon occurs. That's when the moon pulls in new energy, and it's in Leo. So there's going to be a real sense of fire and passion filling your 4th house of family. Venus is also there in Leo, so family is very, very important to you at the beginning of the month. You can really have positive fun times, but because there's so much fire and heat there, there's also the potential for arguments and problems. So just focus on the positive there. On the 3rd of August, Mars goes into Sagittarius in your 8th house, so there will be a drive and there'll be a sense of ambition coming into your life, especially when it's about my role in institutions. What job have you got and what's the next step up? You'll really be focusing on that on the 3rd. The moon starts to conjunct Venus on the 4th of August, and that happens in your 5th house of romance and relationship. So at the beginning of the month here, family relationships are good and alive, like I've mentioned, but also you make good decisions now when it comes to your romantic life. So this fire and heat extends itself to not just, your birth family, but people who you choose to be around, lovers, partners, husbands, wives, and what you want to create in those areas. It's very likely that if you have been unsure about a relationship that you've been in, that you'll get some answers on the 4th. On the 5th of August, Mars starts to conjunct Saturn, and that happens in your 8th house. This is a really important conjunction. It's going to stay in place until the 7th of September. These are two very masculine energies. Mars is the soldier, the warrior, and it really represents what it is you want, what you're focused on. And Saturn is really structure and the rules and restrictions, and this is what I'm not shifting on. And for them to come together, it's like two really powerful men sitting in that 8th house of other people, and you're really going to scrutinize what your role is and how you can do better. So you're going to be a social climber. If you're an employee in a company, you're going to say, okay, I've been doing this job, where's my promotion? And it's going to be like that. It's like, why have I not progressed yet? I want to progress. Why am I not getting to where I want to go? And you will be very ruthless and really critical of what's going on. And I don't think you're going to take other people's feelings into consideration. What you're going to be focused on is getting what you want. On the 6th, Venus goes into Virgo in your 5th. And again, the goddess of love here is very thin-lipped and critical, because she's saying, this is what I love, this is what I don't love, and I'm going to get rid of what I don't like. So you're a bit of a juggernaut here now at the beginning of the month, and you're really just going to say, yes, no, see ya, come here. It's very clear, it's very cerebral, and it's very ruthless in terms of cutting things that no longer serve you. If you're in a relationship that you know on some level doesn't work for you, and you have never been able to get the courage to just say, listen, we both know this isn't going anywhere, then the beginning of the month is going to help you make that, to actually have that talk. On the 7th and 8th of August, the moon is now in Libra, and it squares Pluto in your 9th house. So expect one of your colleagues, someone you work with, to provide you with some information which will open a door of opportunity when it comes to your career, comes via other people. On the 9th and 10th, the moon has moved into Scorpio, and it sits next to your black moon Lilith in Scorpio, right on top of your descendant. So what is it that you're looking for? You've thrown all of these people out of your life now at the beginning of August. You really start to feel very deeply the kind of relationships that you want to have, that you will nurture, and that you want to bring into your life. And this is amazing for manifestation work, for really seeing very clearly the type of relationship that you want, so that you can actually pursue it and create it in the real world. A couple of days later, on the 11th and 12th, the moon joins Mars and Saturn, the big boys up there, in the 8th house, and you really feel very, very comfortable seeing your way forward and seeing where you don't want to go and where you do want to go. And I really think there's no talking to you here in terms of other people saying you should do this why don't you try that? You're going to have a very clear focus on what you're doing. Yes, earlier you got some opportunities coming via other people, but that's chit chat. If anyone tries to influence you or tries to tell you what to do, heaven help them, because you're really on a mission here. And these are the days when it's okay to take a risk because you do feel secure. And maybe you're saying, oh my God, I feel so secure in doing this. What if I'm galloping in the wrong direction? It's very unlikely that you are galloping in the wrong direction, because Saturn is scrutiny. So you've thought these things through. It's not just a whim. You know what you're doing, so trust yourself. On the 13th, Saturn goes direct. So Saturn has been in retrograde for a couple of months now, and it's about limitation and fear and anxiety. That's going to go away, and it will be replaced with drive and certainty and power. So as you can see, as the month builds, you get more and more and more certain of yourself, and you're really a juggernaut here in terms of this is what I want for my life and this is what I'm going to bring into it. Chiron quincunxes the Sun on the 14th, and emotional things start to appear a little bit now. The next day that gets even stronger when Mars starts to square Neptune right next to Chiron, and they start to square each other and work together, have this relationship with each other until the 4th of September. So now this bulldozer juggernaut mentality is going to be tempered a little bit by allowing your friends and by allowing people who care for you to influence that a little bit, and for you to listen to what other people are saying. So you've done it by yourself for the last 10 days. People who have your best interest at heart may be telling you things that are useful, and it could even be that your guides, your angels are giving you information. Regardless of the format, it's going to be very likely that you get some sort of emotional sense on top of what you're trying to do, and you become even more informed. So keep bulldozing forward, keep moving ahead, but take this extra information into account. It will serve you. The moon is in Capricorn on the 16th. It's sitting right on top of your chart, and it squares Uranus in Aries in your 12th. So the energy, the real drive, the real transformation now comes from spirit, and with the Neptune-Mars square that's there in place till the 4th of September, you're going to get the guidance most strongly now on the 16th of August, and you'll have the most energy to implement that. The moon moves on into Aquarius on the 17th, and it squares Black Moon Lilith back in your 7th. This is a push and pull day. Yes, I want to help people, I want to support other people. That's going to be the desire. But on the other hand, it's I haven't forgotten why I resent you. I haven't forgotten why I feel the way I do towards you. And this is a very personal day of the past being dredged up again, and you really potentially sabotaging someone else because of things that you've held on to, especially one of your colleagues. That's not good. Like let's say you're working in a company and Susan in accounts, she didn't say hello to you one day when you came into work, and you've never forgiven her for that slight little disrespectedness, and you've held on to it, and now you see the opportunity to really spread a rumor or do something to sabotage her. Don't take that. We all have people that we don't like in life. That is normal. But thank you, God. I say thank you every day for not taking opportunities to badmouth or sabotage other people, because it always catches up with you, and it's not good. You're not engaging in positive energy, so don't do it. Resist that urge on the 17th. On the 18th, the full moon occurs in Aquarius. That's in your 10th house, and this is a blossoming in your working life that will show you what you can do through your work to help other people. Now, it's almost a lunar eclipse, and I say almost because some people are recognizing it as an eclipse and other people aren't. The moon moves through the shadow of the earth. We won't be able to see it, and it's just going to be a slight dimming of the moon's light. So it kind of counts, it kind of doesn't count. But what that means is there's a flicker, there's a shadow over this full moon, and it's almost like, yes, I want to help people, but Susan in account. And it's back to that kind of niggling, irritable, kind of vicious little troll that's sitting in your head saying, okay, but don't help too much. Okay, so this is like it's a dark and light kind of energy. Step into the light and say, okay, if I want to help people, I'm going to help them properly. I'm not going to do it. And if I want to sabotage people, I'm going to bite my tongue and not do that either. What is it that I really want to focus on? And it's like angel here, devil there. Listen to the angel. The angel never catches up with you and bites you in the bum a couple months later. On the 19th and 20th, the moon starts to conjunct Neptune and Chiron and the south node, all of which are sitting in your 11th house. So this is a beautiful time now of just resting, of taking a little bit of time for yourself and dreaming the dream, seeing what your hopes and dreams are, and just also saying, well done for not sabotaging, well done for not taking the bait and getting into that negativity, and now take the couple of days afterwards, the respite period, to really settle into yourself, to dream what it is you can see for your life and to manifest that in future. On the 21st, there's a grand trine in fire in your chart, and that connects a real sense of spiritual passion. Okay, you get an idea from spirit that presents itself as an opportunity in your working life and how you can progress. That whole thing is just going on and on and on this whole month. How can I be promoted? How can I create opportunities for myself in work? How can I get paid what I deserve to be paid? That bulldozer mentality is with you until the 7th, and this is a day when you get an insight via your meditation, your yoga practice, whatever it is you do to connect with spirit. The sun moves into Virgo on the 22nd. Happy birthday, Virgo. The energy changes from all this fire now, and it becomes Virgoan, which is all about, okay, let's review what we've done. Let's say this is good, this is bad. So you become even more cerebral, even more ruthless in making decisions. On the 23rd and 24th, the moon goes into Taurus, into your first house of self. This is another great day of well-being, and really a great day for love and romance and passion, and to connect on a physical level, and to just enjoy each other and each other's company and each other's bodies. It's a great day for sex. It's a great day to just spend and have a romantic time away, a romantic couple of days, and to just roll around in bed and eat strawberries and drink champagne if that's what you like to do. It's a very physical day when you feel good in your own skin. So if what gets you going is mountain climbing or paddling, is that a sport? Kayaking? Then go do that. You'll really enjoy it. Okay, the Virgo Sun on the 26th and 27th, the Virgo Sun starts to join the North Node in Virgo. And this is interesting because you'll start to see that the decisions you're making and the path you're going right now is really aligned with your soul purpose, especially when it comes to your love life. So there may be some sort of karmic understanding. I'm Romeo, I love Juliet, and I understand why I love her so much because we've done this before. We know this music, we've danced this dance. Or if you've met someone new, it may be, oh my God, I've known this person from a past lifetime. There's something greater going on. Your identity meets your karmic stream of consciousness, the karmic stream of life, and the two intersect and you recognize it. You see it. And with that Virgo, you're able to discern it and say, oh my God, this is much more meaningful than it appears to be on the surface. So that's the 26th and the 27th. On the 28th, the moon begins to square Uranus. The moon is in Cancer here in your 3rd house. Uranus is in your in your 12th and Aries. So basically, communication is going to be very nurturing again because of this spiritual strength that you've got. And all of this decision making, all of this cerebral sorting out, it really stems from Uranus sitting in Aries in your 12th house all month, okay? Because what that does, it gives you a great strength of spirit. It gives you the ability to move forward and to feel like on a soul level, I'm ready to go out there. Now, that sense of going out there translates itself today into I want to communicate something caring and nurturing and positive to another person, because in some way that's going to give me the most progress, that'll help me move forward, and that'll allow me to get things moving. So it's kind of self-serving, but you help someone at the same time. On the 29th, the moon is in Leo, and it squares your Scorpio rising. And this is a time when you may be around family again, and a past slight, a past resentment comes up again, and you have the opportunity to blow up or to let it go. So this is like it's good that you have all this Virgo energy, all this critical stuff going on, because you are going through this process almost of these past little niggling troll kind of thoughts to come up, and it's like, oh, I still resent her. Let it go, see it for what it is, and allow yourself to kind of detox almost. Venus goes into Libra on the 30th of August, so things lighten up again. You become a little bit more expansive, but Mercury goes into retrograde on this day as well. Mercury retrograde is when communication becomes more stifled and difficult. For you, the romantic side of things is going to become more complicated. Like, connecting with another person and really things just going smoothly. It'll become a bit more stifled. That Mercury retrograde lasts until the 22nd of September. Okay, so plan your weekend away in August and make the most of it. On the 31st of August, the moon goes into Virgo, and it starts to prepare for this new moon, which happens on the 1st of September, and the solar eclipse, which happens on the 1st of September. That's in your 5th house again. It's pulling energy in, so you're preparing for taking stock of your personal life. Is this good? Is this not good? Is it going to serve me? Particularly when it comes to your intimate personal relationships. So I expect you to make a lot of progress here in terms of your romantic, sexual, intimate life, intimate relationships, and also progress when it comes to your career. But it's all driven from yourself. It all comes from within. The outer world is kind of got to get ready for you, Taurus, because you're going to come barging in August, and you have lots of energy and drive to deliver so that your life looks more like you. If things oppose you, if people say, hang on a minute, you may want to be promoted, but we don't want you to be promoted. What have you got to show for yourself? Don't flip out and get angry. Try a different way around, because nothing's going to stop you anyway. So rather than throw all of your toys out of the pram, find other ways of getting what it is you want. If you'd like a personal reading with me about your career or your love life, or how you can do the job that you've always wanted to do, the vocation, the career, then please get in touch with me for a private reading. It's gregoryscott.com. Just click on the readings tab and you can order your reading there. Please remember to subscribe to the channel. And I also do live readings on Facebook. I do live tarot readings. So check that out if you're interested. It's facebook.com/Gregory Scott 444. Have a wonderful August, and I'll speak to you next month.